Welcome to Capsaicin Conversations with Friends, the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. I'm Leah, your host, and we're here with Gleason. She is ready to have some wings.
Yep.
So let's get to it. I want to ask you a question first.
I don't want to look at the questions. I don't want to cheat.
We know that you're very much into pop culture.
Yes.
You just did a podcast where I'm pretty sure that you talked about your love for pop
I
culture
did,
a
so.
lot. I hope that you're answering a different question. Was this always the case? And is there a specific area of culture that you're most interested in? Like music, movies?
Oh my gosh.
The people. Like, what about it is so...
How? I don't think I've ever answered that question before. Wait,
Okay.
are we supposed to eat it now?
Yeah, let's do.
Wait, is this the
do
way
you
to go?
need time to think about it?
I can think about it as I chew. These are already cold.
Cheers. I know.
Okay, here we go. This is the classic. Okay, I'm fine. I could do this. Not a problem for me. I'm gonna be fine.
Good.
Okay.
I'm glad you're feeling good.
So,
What do you love about it?
my dad
Uh-huh.
is obsessed with pop culture.
Okay.
My dad is almost 60 years old. He's still obsessed with pop culture. I grew up watching like the top 10 music videos like every Saturday. Like I always knew about celebrities.
Okay.
I always knew about not really movies actually. We're not really a movie family, but mostly just TV and music. Very familiar with musical theater. That's kind of like my forte.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's kind of where it started, was with my dad. And now I would say music is the thing that I know the most about. So I care the most about, like, you know, Ariana Grande. How's she doing? I worry about her a lot. I do. I spend a lot of time worrying about Ariana. I do. And like Taylor Swift, The Weeknd, Drake, Justin Bieber, everybody. I care deeply. And so, yeah, I don't know. I would say music is the thing I care about the most, but as I've gotten older, I've realized I don't know anything about movies. Like, I've seen like 3 good movies in my life, and I didn't know that until I came to college. And I was like, oh shoot, I haven't seen anything. And so I've learned a lot, and I've watched a lot of new movies. So I'm learning more about, I would say the things I know the most are TV and music specifically.
Okay.
I know I've seen every single like popular TV comedy, like all of them. I love them. I think they're great. But yeah, I would say does that answer your question?
It sounds like you're more about the music and the people and the associated with music.
Yeah, so I do care about the people though. That is the thing I care about.
So follow up, if you could have a hangout,
Oh no,
fun afternoon with any of them, who would it be?
I'm destroying this napkin.
Oh, me too.
Okay. Any of them?
Yeah.
Just in general, in pop culture?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I think, that's really hard. Maybe like Chance the Rapper.
Okay.
I really love him. I think he's great, but I want to hang out with like his family. His kids are pretty cute, and his wife seems like very down to earth. I think I have chicken in my teeth, so.
Me too. I can feel it.
But yeah, I would say Chance the Rapper. He seems like he's fun, but he also doesn't seem like the type to like be like uppity and like
down
rich
to
person. Very down to earth, and I feel like it'd be easy to talk to him.
And a lot of different experiences, it sounds like.
Yes, and he's also close to a lot of people that I find fascinating.
So you could get the scoop.
Yes, like he's very close to Kanye,
Oh.
and I think Kanye is insane. Don't get me wrong. I shouldn't say that. That's insensitive. I think Kanye is a very fascinating person. And I would love to know about him and his life, but I don't really want to meet him because I don't think we get along. But I want to know about him.
That's pretty funny. Okay, cool.
So, yeah.
All right.
I'd say Chance the Rapper.
Nice. Music, this is all on the line of music,
Okay.
but personally, because I know that you were in band.
Oh, yes.
In high school,
Proudly.
through
Proud
high
band
school,
kid.
and you played saxophone?
I did.
Which one?
I played the alto saxophone.
Alto sax. When did you start in band? Like, was it typical? And then now, what do you miss? What do you specifically miss the most?
I love this question.
About being in
This
band.
is a fun question. Also, I have no shame about being a band kid, and neither should any of you. I know that a lot of you are band kids, and none of you should have any shame about that. Okay, good. Oh wait, should we do the second one? I don't know. How does this
Answer
work?
this
tell
question.
me. You tell
Answer.
me.
Go,
Okay,
and then we'll
you're
do
running
the
this
next
interview.
one. Yeah.
What was the question?
When
I
you
started.
band.
I started in the 5th grade. I went to private school, but our school was so tiny that we actually went in the homeschool band for St. Charles County.
Okay.
And so we would get driven in the OATS bus, the older adults transportation system, to homeschool band, and we would play there. So I started in the 5th grade, and then I played all the way until high school, my senior year.
Okay.
I was in marching band, concert band, jazz band was my favorite. I love jazz.
Yes. Okay.
It was so good.
I want to see some recordings.
I was not very good.
Oh, but
I was always like, my best friend in high school was first chair saxophone. And so honestly, it took like a lot of pressure off because I never had to be the best.
Yeah.
Because she was always better than me. And
you
so
could, like, kind of hide behind.
exactly. I would always be like second chair. I would never have the solos. I would always play like harmony, but I always enjoyed that more. I thought it was more fun to be like in a more supporting role than like playing the like main melody and stuff. So
You're a good supporter.
I love it. I love to support. It's a passion of mine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say the thing I miss the most is just like contributing to like a bigger sound. And I know that sounds like so cheesy and corny, but like when you don't make music, you don't really do that. You don't really like spend a lot of time like everyone contributing to like one thing. Like
Besides like a sports team, but even that's different, I think.
Yeah, like everybody like going for the same goal in the exact moment at the same time, like everyone working for the same purpose. Like there have been so many times I've been at different restaurants and like overheard songs. I'd be like, oh, I played this in jazz band, and I'm like, oh, I loved that, and I miss that so much. So
Yeah.
I would say just like making something that isn't out of my human mouth, but like because we all know I say dumb stuff, but like just contributing to something bigger than me. I really miss that. Really miss that a lot.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. We're ready then. You're ready for the second guy?
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, the Chipotle Habanero. A little wing this time.
Clink, clink, clink. Okay. So cold. It was really cold. Also, a shout out to Nate Komar. Shout out to Nate Komar. He made these wings for us. He grilled them.
He grilled them very well.
He did. You did a good job.
Good char, Nate.
Once again, I can do this. I'm not scared of this wing.
Do you taste the flavor? I like the flavor of this one. I
It's
think
a little
this time.
bit
It's
more
coming through. Yeah.
Yeah. It has more of like a spice. Not like a hot, but like a spice. You know what I mean? Pretty different.
You're right.
Right?
Okay, so both your parents are teachers? I knew for sure your dad was, but for some reason I didn't know your mom was. Your dad teaches theater, and your mom taught history?
She did.
Why did I not know this?
Middle school history. No.
Okay, are they still teaching both?
No, so my mom retired maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, and she got her real estate license actually.
Oh, nice.
So she kind of has like a side hustle. That's not what she doesn't really need to work,
good.
but the side hustle of being a real estate agent. And my dad retired from full-time teaching, but won't lie, there's a little kick. I wasn't expecting it to be, but there is.
Is it there now?
Okay.
I'm trying to clean this.
She was how do you talk about my mom? My dad was, he taught high school theater.
Yes.
And he was the theater director at my school. Now he teaches part-time tech theater right now, and so it's really, his stories have been very interesting teaching tech theater online because it is very much like a hands-on experience. And so they don't really do a whole lot.
Okay.
He just asks a lot of questions into the void and nobody answers him. But
That's so sad.
he's doing what he can. He's trying his best.
Sure.
But yeah.
So theater and history. So I'm guessing it must have been interesting going to school and seeing your parents there. Was there anything like outrageous that they let you get away with as like the teacher's daughter, or was it the opposite?
Yeah,
in that
okay,
they
that's
were
what I was
more
gonna
strict?
say.
Okay.
Is that everyone always said that to me. They were like, oh, your mom's your teacher. You probably get away with everything. Not true.
Okay.
It's the opposite.
Oh.
They, so I never had my dad
knows.
as a teacher. I just did like extracurricular theater stuff. I never took any theater classes, but I did have my mom. And I love my mom. I love Barb. Barb, if you're watching this, I love you. Don't get me wrong. But she was a lot harder on me than she was on the other kids in the class. She taught history, reading, and Bible because I went to a super, super tiny Christian school.
Okay.
And I remember she would, like during like Bible verse memory, we had to take like memory tests.
Oh.
And if I turned in my test, she would like pull me to the back of the room and be like, do you mean that word right there? And I'd be like, yes, I think I do. I think I do. And she'd be like, yeah, you're wrong. Or just like, she was just very hard on me. She was always really nice. I'm paraphrasing. But Yeah, it was always like she did very interesting things. One thing my dad did do that was very crazy. My dad is like the biggest personality in the world.
Yes.
We've
met.
You've met, you know. So he taught at my high school, and one day I was walking down the hallway, trying to mind my own business, be 14, awkward mayor, and he pointed to me in the middle of a group of students and was like, "That's my daughter! Someone needs to take her to prom!" And I was my entire soul died in that moment. Nobody asked me to prom, praise God. I ran. I truly
I would be
booked
mortified,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, but he did a lot of stuff like that. By the end of high school, I just got used to it. I learned to like not get embarrassed.
Okay.
So I really didn't get embarrassed for the most part. I still don't. At least by my dad specifically, because it's like you're gonna be embarrassed all day if you get embarrassed. So.
And with parents too.
I've learned to get over it.
Yeah. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Just take a little drink. You can do it.
I think so.
This is so meaty.
It
It's
is
such
really
a good
meaty.
wing. Okay.
This is
Los Calientes.
Los Calientes.
It smells Tabasco.
Which one is this on the like scale?
That's the 5th hottest sauce in the thing. Okay. And as far as Scovilles, I think it's like 49,000.
Oh, it's squishy.
It's sweeter.
This one's like less hot than the last one.
You think so?
Yeah.
Will it come later?
Maybe. Yeah. This one's less hot than the second one.
I think I'd agree with you.
Huh?
I like how sweet it is.
Was it gonna hit me? I'm scared.
So you talked about your dad teaching theater.
Always. I'm always talking about my dad.
I heard that you even performed at the Missouri State Capitol in theater regalia and full regalia, which sounds like an awesome experience.
How did you know?
You know, I have my ways. And that it was Little Women.
Yeah.
But I don't have. We can talk about this in a second. My actual question is, what was your favorite role in a musical that you played?
Can I have two answers? Because I feel like, okay, it's starting to hit me. I won't lie, my lips are kind of burning. But that's really it. Nothing else other than my lips.
You haven't touched the milk.
I feel like that's for this. I'm reserving it.
Okay.
I think I prefer doing like ensemble. I bet my lips are like bright red right now. Are they?
You're not bad.
Okay.
Are mine?
No.
Okay.
I just know that my lips get very dark. So I always prefer doing like ensemble performances rather than being like a lead. So I'd say I have an answer for both of those.
Okay.
Being in the ensemble of Footloose, I did that in high school. It was so much fun because you just got to like dance and wear like dumb 80s clothes. It was so fun. I got to wear like a ridiculous prom dress.
You are a dancer.
Yeah, I love dancing. I love it. I love to dance. I think it's so fun. So yeah, I'd say that. And then Little Women. My senior year of high school, I did Little Women, and I was Joe March, and I loved it. I thought it was so much fun. I didn't love it as much as being in the ensemble just because there was more pressure, but I really enjoyed it. That musical specifically is beautiful, and I feel like not a lot of people have had exposure to it.
What's the voice of Joe? Like the voice part, like soprano, alto?
I'd say it's mostly like alto, second soprano-ish.
Do you have a recording of that?
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna watch it. I bet you were a great Joe. Let's talk about the Mo State thing briefly then. Why? And what did you think of the experience?
They had this like arts advocacy program where like they had like basically at the state capitol they had people come and talk about like why the arts were important. So people, I think like a quartet in my band at my school came and like different like choirs and stuff performed. I'm pretty sure it was like all ages. I don't think it was just high school. But my dad, I think we had to be entered in some way.
Okay.
And my dad has all the connections in the world. He's the most connected man in St. Louis. I'm convinced. Like absolutely convinced.
He's got the personality.
He knows everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone everywhere. It's crazy. But he knew someone who knew someone, and it was me and my friend Kiara. And Kiara, oh my gosh, if she watches this, she's probably watching this. I'm so sorry, Kiara.
Yeah.
So me and my friend Kiara, we sang, and it was weird because it was like just us and we were like acting.
Okay.
But so we had to wear our costumes all day.
Oh.
But like nobody else was. Everyone was just wearing like regular clothes. So we were walking around the state capitol dressed like freaking prairie women. We had like these like long dresses and like poofy skirts on and like high collars. Oh, it was really something special. But it was so cool. It was like a very like a memory I will never forget. Like I'm in no way a sports kid. I have no sports memories, but I hold a lot of theater memories very close to my heart.
That just reminds me of like the Hamilton cast when they performed at the White House. If I were you, I'd be like, yes, this is my.
I think my 18-year-old brain probably wasn't thinking like that.
Yeah.
But you know, I was more like, oh my gosh, I'm wearing this prairie dress and there's a representative. Oh my gosh. But you know, it was a really cool experience to be able to like think back on and be like, oh, I have been there and this is why. You know, that's cool.
Yeah. Before we get to this, baby, I have a question about camp. Camp Eagle. You went for 3 summers. You returned. 2 summers. What had you going back? What brought you back to camp?
Oh, good question. The first time I went, I felt like I didn't do it correctly. Okay. And while I was there, I felt like my priorities were kind of in the wrong place. I met a boy, and you know how it is. He knows who he is. It's Tyler. I met Tyler, and like my priorities were just like not in the right place. I was just focused on like making friends, and like I had some campers that like I made like legitimate relationships with, but for the most part, I didn't feel like I like did it the way that I was supposed to. And so I wanted to go back because I wanted to like be a very good counselor and like follow what God was calling me to, and I felt like God was calling me back. Okay. So I went back.
Was the second summer like redemption for you? Did you feel like you did that it was better?
Yes and no. It was better. Like I felt like I worked a lot harder, and I like my priorities were in the right place, and like I spent a lot less time with Tyler, which I think was good. But we still like spent a good amount of time together. But I just felt like my priorities were in the right place, and I was there for the right reasons, as the people on The Bachelor would say. And I, which I enjoyed. I liked it a lot. But that second summer was a lot harder and a lot less fun. Okay. It was spiritually like very hard, like very, very hard. But still a very good experience. Like I'm so glad I went back. Tyler and I would not be together today if I did not go back. Oh wow. So that's good.
The Lord ordained it.
The Lord ordained it. Bless it.
Good. Okay, so we're gonna. Your eye.
My legs are shaking.
So nervous.
I'm so scared.
How are you doing right now?
I'm very scared.
Just a little, like. You see how tiny that is?
Yeah, I see how tiny that is. I will not be doing any more than that. If I do more than that, I'm gonna be wiping it off. I'm not gonna feel bad about it.
Yep, there you go. There you go. Okay. We're gonna do it, and it's gonna be good. Are you do you feel okay now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm not phased at all.
You
guys were fine the first 3, and the last one is what got you.
But you have this milk.
Hold on, I'm just gonna knead it across the plate a little bit. Definitely not wiping parts of it off.
Okay. Ready?
I can do this.
You got it.
Okay, got it. I'll let it not my lips. Holy mackerel.
So, I'm gonna start this question. You have a love-hate relationship with your dog, Maggie?
You do.
Yeah, because Maggie came to visit once and bit someone in the head.
It was Caleb DeWitt.
Oh yeah.
You bit Caleb DeWitt in the face.
Yeah, you did. Right now, are you in the love or hate part of that?
Oh, love.
Talk about that.
I almost didn't swallow that. Maggie, my dad actually just sent me a picture of her. Yesterday, my dad was holding her very close to his face, and I was like, oh, Maggie, I love you. And I showed it to my friend Brandon, and he was like, who's that old wiener dog? And then I almost started crying, because I started thinking about Maggie and about how she's old. I love her. She's a terrible, terrible dog. Like, truly the worst kind of dog. But I love her so much. So I would say love right now.
What is the worst thing that you've seen her do?
Oh, I mean, biting Caleb on the face was pretty bad. Oh, it might be that, honestly.
Biting Caleb.
Do I need to eat more?
No, you don't.
Do you think what I've
You
done
did a
is
great
okay?
job. You did great. You made it. You ate the hottest wing. Was it as tough as you
I
thought?
feel like I need to do more. I feel like I'm cheating. I feel like I haven't eaten that much.
Okay.
I'm gonna wipe off.
Well, do you have anything else to say about Maggie, your dog?
No.
Little Chihuahua. Okay, that's it. I'll make.
Chihuahua? We should
No.
adopt him.
Dogs. I'm so sorry. I feel like I
Okay.
made you upset.
Okay, I love her.
Okay. Cool.
Uh-huh.
Do you have anything else to say about your theater days?
I think so.
Okay. Favorite musical right now?
Oh, great question. I really like Shrek the musical.
What?
Shrek.
Okay.
It's really good. But I also really like Legally Blonde. That's another personal favorite of mine.
You've seen it live.
My dad was in it at the Muni. It's so good. It's very,
Okay.
very good. He was Elle's dad.
Wow.
Elle Woods.
Good job. Good job. Good job, Dad.
Uh-huh.
Well, now that you've taken a good chunk out of it. My nose is running. Wow.
Yeah, so is mine.
What words do you have for the people? What do you want them to know right now? What's the most important thing on your braid? Oh gosh, that was so gross. You see that? What do you need them to know?
I need them to know that.
At that camera or that one?
I need them to know that I'm proud of myself. I almost touched my eye.
Yeah, keep it away.
I'm on fire right now, but you know,
Don't use a napkin. You have
you
hot
can
sauce
do
on
it.
there.
You can do this. It's not that bad. You're a champion. Listen to podcasts. Contribute to movements that are important.